Yeah, that's right, Dan. There's an uncomfortable calmness here in Khuma. And I just need to also indicate that 7 houses were burned or torched by an angry group of the community yesterday. So what we found was that 6 of the houses belonged to ANC ward councillors and 1 to a municipal official. So in fact, we are standing at the house of one of the ANC ward councillors whose house was completely gutted by the fire that was started yesterday. In fact, I'll just move out of the shot a little bit, and you can still see behind me that there's some stuff that's still smoldering here at the house where we are standing at the moment. And in fact, there's a strong smell of soot in the area here in Khuma, and it's quite overwhelming. But with me here, I have Councillor Khuma, who was the owner of this house behind us that was completely gutted. And we'll just have a short word with him. Councillor, can you give us an indication as to what happened here?
Thank you, Evan. This thing, it's hurting too much. Because when I remember this thing started earlier, back in January, because there was this issue of rock dams in the township, and we were called with the leadership prior to the elections to discuss the issues of how do the people get the rock dams in the township. Then this thing, it came and built the momentum where they started to have private meetings to say they want councillors. So actually, they just went straight to the Facebook to write that they want to invite councillors to come to the meeting at the stadium, and some of their grievances were saying removal of councillors, and then they wanted the stadium to be rebuilt, they want houses, they want land, and of which some of the things, especially when coming to housing issues, it's not our competence as the municipality, it's the competence of the province. But these people, they didn't want to listen to us when we explained everything to them. They just thought that, no, we are fooling around with them, and of which we were talking the real truth. They decided to have a march, then they presented their memorandum to the executive mayor. Unfortunately, the executive mayor, those answers that she had didn't have that much satisfactory to that group. Now the executive mayor delayed the process of presenting the memorandum back to them, because we were supposed to sit down as councillors together with her just to check what is it that we can do, because of now most of the things that they are talking about with regard to the development of houses in Khuma, they say Khuma is dolomatic. The NHBRC said Khuma is dolomatic. We were still fighting, we just went out here as councillors of Khuma to Mafikeng to meet the Premier, but we were there from 9 o'clock until 6 o'clock in the evening. On the evening at 6 o'clock we were told that the Premier is leaving to attend her study group together with the MEC of Human Settlement.
So Council, give us a sense as to and what happened here to your house, because it's completely gutted.
Yes, yesterday when we were in a meeting with the Premier and the MEC for community safety, we were told in a meeting that one house of councillor has been torched. Then we told the MEC that, MEC, could you please devise some means just to make sure that our houses are, have got enough police. But, this young man who is the leader, the ringleader of this group, he just stood up from the chair and laughing at us to say, haha, do you see what we are talking about? Now your houses are burning now. Now, we were so shocked as councillors because we didn't expect that kind of a thing, because he regarded himself as a leader. And the unfortunate part, that particular guy, I schooled with him, I grew up with him. Even my wife today, they grew up together. But I was so shocked to take by the decision that they decided to torch our houses for no apparent reasons, because we believe that in South Africa there is a room for engagement. If they feel that our engagement with them is not good enough, they were supposed to have followed another step, not just to decide and torch our houses with no apparent reasons. I was so shocked, and still today I'm so shocked to see that particular individual, Tembile Botman, who is the ringleader of these groupings that are happening in the township, he decided to take this particular action that he has done.
So what's the route forward for you? You've got 3 young kids. One of them is in matric now, and I'm sure her studies have been severely disrupted by what happened here.
That one, it's hurting. Even if you can check in her block, my daughter, she's so broken. Because even on Monday she was writing, she didn't attend. On Tuesday she didn't attend. Even Wednesday she didn't attend. She's so heartbroken because he knows that the ringleader, I grew up with him. Even her mother grew up with him. But the way things comes, it was a shock onto her. I've got the young boy who is 2 years old. Imagine that young boy, how is he feeling? He doesn't have shoes, he doesn't have pampers, he doesn't have anything as we speak now. The second born, to her, you know, this thing, it seems as if it's a dream or a movie to him, because he didn't expect this kind of a behavior from the person whom he knew that he grew up with his mother. Now, the thing is, we don't know. Actually, I don't know where I'm going to start from now, because of, you know, this thing, to rebuild this thing, it needs a lot of money. And again, my children must eat on a daily basis. They must have clothes, you know, they must have everything. Even their mother, she's torn apart where she is now.
Thank you. Dan, that was Councillor Khuma Punisi explaining to us what happened here, and also giving us a sense as to what he will do now as a father trying to rebuild his life here in Khuma.